Oh my God, that was brilliant. This video is brought to you by The Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. Make sure you go on, put in the discount code COPS, get 20% off on the store. All of our new cop merch has just dropped and it's fire. You better get it. Make sure you also subscribe to my new channel called Tatum Clips. Tatum Clips, that link is in the description section. If you can't watch these full videos, sometimes they go 20 minutes long. You can get the quick synopsis video on Tatum Clips. Share this channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We really want to build that channel out. And also, just in case this one take a poo, we'll still have something out there. Without further ado, let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, I have to make this video. I saw this a couple days ago. I saw two people make videos about this, including ABL. And so I said, it's time for me to make a video about this. This guy named Christopher Rufo, I'd never heard of him before, but my God, I have never seen somebody whoop another person in the debate about critical race theory. Marc Lamont is here. Christopher Rufo is over there. Marc Lamont, and I'm going to give a quick story about Marc Lamont, then I'm going to let you hear the best explanation that you can ever make about critical race theory made by Christopher Rufo in this clip. But I'm going to talk first about Marc Lamont and kind of my exposure and experience with Marc Lamont. In 2000 and whatever, I can't remember the year, I went to the National Black Police Association conference. Marc Lamont was the keynote speaker. He was a suave dude. He actually was hitting on a girl. She was the finest girl in there. He was hitting on her. He probably got a number at the end of the night. Somehow it was her birthday. He ended up getting a birthday cake while he is the keynote speaker of the event. I thought the dude was incredible. Ivy League degrees and all of this other stuff, man. He was 30-some years old at the time. Very smart, articulate young man. That's when I was a liberal. When I got the Great Awakening, I realized he's the smartest, dumbest person on planet Earth. I have zero respect for his knowledge because I think it's all fluff, and he wasted his time going to college because he cannot apply any of these things to reality because they're all rooted in social justice. Now, Christopher Rufo, I know nothing about him. I don't know where you stand politically. All I know is that this was the most fire comment, and I wish that I could say it better myself, about critical race theory. I'm going to let him talk. We'll talk about critical race theory right after this. Roll the film.
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea of whiteness, you could say that in your view, it accords different powers and privileges and manifests in certain social inequalities. That's totally fine. People can teach that. People can debate that. I don't think that inherently it's racist. But I think that what we've seen through my reporting and through practices in a wide range of institutions is that once these ideas escape from academia, where, again, I think on the merits they're wrong, but not inherently harmful to individuals. But when they're actually put into practice, it does devolve into racism. And I think that even categorizing it is kind of this new world of whiteness and blackness, by its very language, you're reducing people to what I think is a racial essence. And 100 years ago, they had this idea that you could be reduced to a racial essence and then judged according to it. And I think in many ways, critical race theorists are very vague with their language, but in many ways, they're doing the same thing. They're basically saying if you are a white male, you can be reduced to a set of characteristics such as hard work, rationality, individualism, promotion of private property, that are inherently, by virtue of your birth, make you an oppressor. And then they put you into the overall framework of critical race theory, which divides society into that old Marxist dialectic of oppressor and oppressed, but replacing those economic categories with these racial categories.
Tell me this dude is not brilliant. This dude is brilliant. I don't know, how can he put this together like this? That's exactly the way critical race theory is presented. Maybe when I present, because I'm going to present in Tucson on Wednesday to a group of people, and I'm probably going to use his explanation and play this video to articulate what exactly is the problem with critical race theory. That's exactly what it is. I'm going to let him finish a little bit. I had to break it up so they don't copyright my stuff. I'm going to let it play a little bit, then we're going to get into the conversation.
And I think that's wrong. I don't think it should be promoted in schools. And I think that states are very wise to put restrictions on any form of racism, any form of treating people differently based on the color of their skin, and promoting any kind of fringe theory that would advocate that one race is superior or inferior to another.
Mike, somebody drop a mic. It's my remote control. I can't drop it. I beat and broke it. Drop the mic, son. Drop the mic. Christopher Rufo is my new, hero when it comes to critical race theory. Just in that sense, I haven't looked him up. I don't know. He could be a raging liberal. Don't sound like it. However, this is the Marc Lamont Hill got his rear handed to him. He got his ashy elbows handed to him because he continued to go down his path. He tried to trick him at the end and say, what do you like about being white? I'm going to tell you what I like about being black. What do you like about being white? And the guy said, I'm not going to jump into that with you, man. I don't believe in breaking us up into groups. There's no unique white experience. I don't even prescribe to that. And Marc Lamont Hill had an egg on his face. I love this because it really breaks up the falsehood and these people who claim to be these intelligent scholars in their ridiculousness in explaining critical race theory. Now, I'm not going to play it through. I'll let you watch the video. I'll link it below so you can watch the full context. I literally watched this entire 25 minutes straight through. And one reason is because this was very interesting to hear somebody adequately defend or have a position against the critical race theory, against somebody like Marc Lamont Hill and like Eric Dyson and stuff that talk educationally in circles, academically in circles. They just talk in circles. And they say all these big words, and they in theory, they're confusing and they make no sense. But whooping Marc Lamont Hill took. He took an L, and I love to see him take an L. He also brought Vernon Jones on, and I don't think there was a good dialogue and discussion because they got into an argument. This guy, Christopher Rufo, has set the record straight. So I don't believe in critical race theory. I think it's absolutely abhorrent. I think that it creates injustice and division and prejudice and segregation and hatred and moral racism by using racism. Because if you are told every day that your race is bad, it's going to create an animosity towards the people who are calling you that, towards the group that claim that you're against them and you have done nothing to them. And it's the same soup warmed over when it comes to division in our country and racism and Jim Crow and segregation. It's the same soup warmed over. They want to promote segregation today. And what it does is create brain dead black folks like this who are incredibly ignorant, who are destroying the black community, who are telling young people who have ambition and goals and values and worth that they're worth nothing in a white world, in a white society. That is absolutely ridiculous. To tell people that and expect for you to be the savior, or at least to be a representation of black people, you must be smoking crack and out of your mind, for a lack of a better term. There's no reason that we should be pushing this in 2021. We don't need revenge. We have recovered. I don't want reparations. Reparations is a lie from the pit of hell. And they've never, if you look at it, they've never said that I'm gonna give you reparations. All they say is that let's have a conversation about, well, look, dummy, I've been paying taxes for I don't know how many years. I paid a crap load of taxes this year. What the government is going to give me reparations? How about the government don't allow me not to pay taxes for the next 10 years? I'll accept that, but they're not going to do that. They're going to say, let's give you money. Because there's value in property. There's value in education. There is value in the lack of government involvement in your life. There's no real value in just giving somebody money. Because if you have money, but you don't have the intelligence to deal with the money, you will be broke. I.e., 80% or so of NFL football players go bankrupt. And many of these athletes are people that get a lot of money at one time that never had money before. They go bankrupt. Why? It's because money is not going to solve the problem. Your heart, your condition, your culture has to change. The government giving you money, you can go out and buy J's with it. Go out and buy Louis bags. Some people are gonna do what's right, but I think the majority of black folks, and I grew up around a lot of black folks, you get money like that, you're gonna go splurge. You're not gonna go invest, you're gonna get splurge. And the thing about it is they can't give you any significant money. $1,000 is nothing. $1,000 is nothing. It is absolutely nothing when you talk about reparations for legacy of slavery. It can't help you get anywhere. If anything, you will have to give somebody either they're absolved of paying taxes, and that, to be honest, that only affects people that are actually working and people that are actually making a significant amount of money that they can benefit by not paying taxes versus somebody that get a tax return every year. So there's no win in that. It's only geared towards furthering the divide, because when we're united, they can't stop us. They can't stop us. If a black and a white man is sitting on television and nobody has cared about the color of their skin, they're listening to the content of their character, the content of what they're saying, we will win. We will grow. We will develop. We will prosper together. But they can't have that because when the people come together, you don't need the government. So the government needs the people to be at odds so they can be the savior. It's that simple. The reason why they pitted you against Donald Trump, when Donald Trump was probably the greatest president we had, they pitted you against him because they need to because he was destroying the government and when I say destroying the government, he was destroying the deep state and all these people that have been in government for 100 years and never done nothing for the people. He was destroying that. They can't have that. Then they try to create a class of people that supported him versus a class of people that support other people. And then now they have division between Trump supporters and Biden supporters, or Trump and Hillary. And then they go through the thing of saying, okay, now let's divide them up into race, black and white, critical race theory, and all these other things that divide black and white. Now they got vaccinated and non-vaccinated. They find ways to divide us up so that they can have the power over us. Because if we were united as we the people under the Constitution, our God-given rights, they couldn't stop us. No way would we be paying this much taxes. No way the federal government be 20-some trillion dollars in debt because the people will stand up against this wasteful spending and literally printing money like it's going out of style and inflation and all of these other economical things that they're putting us in that's going to create an incredible burden for the next generation. We wouldn't have that. There would be no talk about defunding the police. There would be no social justice woke extortion from BLM and the LGBTQ plus. If we the people were standing together, standing in the gap, loving one another, supporting each other, and standing up against people in our society who are doing wrong. When I say doing wrong, I'm talking to people who are killing people that need to go to prison, and the police officers that are out here abusing the badge. We all, as a unified people, can stand up against that without a break in stride. But thank you, Christopher Rufo, for whooping him over the head and showing Marc Lamont Hill and hopefully other black people that watch this that this guy does not have the right motive or he's completely ignorant and confused. He's either ignorant or he's evil, one of the two, because critical race theory cannot be defended on any merit, ever. It is Marxism. It is Nazi Germany propaganda, division, divide and conquer all over again. Don't believe me? Google it. Google it. It's extortion. They're extorting us. Anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I could talk for 45 more minutes about Christopher Rufo and Marc Lamont Hill getting his head whooped on this conversation / debate on his network. That's his show. It's on his show. And I don't know, Christopher Rufo, how you make it in Seattle. I may have to come down there and visit you, man. But Marc Lamont Hill getting whooped made me proud. All right? I'm going to be honest. It made me proud. Comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the clip I played. I will have the full clip in the description section. You can watch it yourself and build your own characterization of the debate and who won and who lost. I'm just giving you my perspective. Also, make sure you go to the Officer Tatum store where you get all the cool merch. Jesus is Lord. Y'all can use the discount code COPS for this shirt, any shirt on the store. You may even get the signed copy of my book with a discount if you use the discount code. I only have like 100 signed books left, so once the 100 is gone, I'm not signing more than 2,000 books because I don't know if my wrist can handle it. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Also download Tatum Clips, not download, but subscribe to the Tatum Clip channel. I love you. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.